by today's match day mascot, David Robert Shaw. Now David's aged 11, he goes to St Matthew's School, Tatooe, a real hotbed of rugby league talent at Tatooe, and I believe David's favourite player is Roy Haggerty. Unfortunately, Roy's been rested today. There's David with the ball, just passing out to John Fieldhouse. A real big day for this lad. I say he's aged 11, he's getting in the spirit of things though, just limbering up, as the Saints do, and a real big day for this lad. Who knows, maybe he'll end up in Saints colours one day. Well, Saints playing Bradford today. I'll just run through the team changes now for you. Saints first, of course. Number 1, Vivers. Number 2, Ledger. Number 3, Laughlin. Number 4, Elia. Change at number 5, Steve Bayliss, second number 5. Ending a 28-match consecutive run as one of a few ever presents. Brett Clark, fully recovered after Warrington's match on Wednesday, takes the number 6 shirt. Neil Holding at 7, number 8 Burke, 9 Liptrot, 10 Jarvis, 11 Platt, 12 Fieldhouse, 13 Arkwright, 14 Allen, 15 Forber. Bradford, number 1 Mumby, 2 Ford, 3 Evans, 4 Helliwell, 5 Simpson, 6 Woods. No Terry Holmes today. Number 7 taken by Godfrey, number 8 Hamer, number 9 Noble, 10 Hill, 11 Graham, 12 Furbank, 13 Fleming, 14 Bond and 15 Heron. Saints after Wednesday's annihilation of Warrington by 42-22 on song here today. Let's hope against Bradford. The match day official today, Mr. Spencer. Well, as you can hear through the PA system, half-minute silence for Jack Bentley, Daily Express commentator who died this week. Half-a-minute silence for Jack Bentley, the Daily Express reporter who died last week. Now Saints, as I was just going to say, at the centre now, a Noble captain for Bradford, and Chris Arkwright, captain for Saints, with today's matchday official, Mr. Spencer from Warrington. There's David with Chris Arkwright, Saints captain, just shaking hands with Mr. Spencer, and the 2 touch judges, and also with Noble, the captain of Bradford, and Bradford's matchday mascot. David tosses the coin, catches it, turns it over on his hand. Looks as though Bradford have won the toss. Bradford electing to change ends, so Bradford playing down to the scoreboard end. And there's David running off, being met by his dad. He'll go and take his position in the stand now. Well, Bradford beaten midweek in the Rugby League Challenge Cup replay at Widnes by 29 points to 12 after a 6-6 draw at Oddsall Stadium. Well, Neil Holding to kick off, and away we go. My name's Ron Hoof, I'll be with you for the whole of this match. Neil Holding kicks off deep, taken by Bradford, distinctive red shirts today. Taken by Tony Burke and Pat Jarvis. And again Pat Jarvis with Chris Arkwright, number 9, Noble, captain for Bradford, and Bradford moving it right. Lost the ball there, but the referee quick in blowing up and rules a knock on, giving Saints no advantage to get the loose ball. First scrum of the match, Neil Holding to feed, ball goes in, comes out with the feed. Scrum half, Godfrey for Bradford, quickly round, dumps holding down, Chris Arkwright acting half-back, Tate second it right, onto John Fieldhouse. Graham Liptrot now, as ever, taking it right, Pat Jarvis steams up from deep, he's brought down 15 yards short of Bradford trialling. Graham Liptrot on his own, goes blindside, dummies, but the Bradford defence up to him, Mark Healy. No, it's Paul Loughlin, oh, brilliant there. Is he over? Yes. A first minute try for Neil Holding. Good play there from Paul Loughlin onto Chris Arkwright. Arkwright created the gap, fed onto Holding and goes over underneath the post. Paul Loughlin, oh, brilliant there. Is he over? Yes. A first minute try for Neil Holding. Good play there from Paul Loughlin onto Chris Arkwright. Arkwright created the gap, fed onto Holding and goes over underneath the post. Just over 1 minute gone of this match and Saints going to a 4-0 lead. Well, Neil Holding going over to his 17th try of the season, so equal now with Kevin McCormick. Well, let's hope this is a sure sign of things to come this afternoon. Paul Loughlin now lining up right in front of the stick, shouldn't have any problem with this one. Already kicked 126 before today, and Neil Holding making it very easy for Paul Loughlin. There he goes, slots it right between the sticks, so just about 2 minutes gone now and Saints 6-0 in the lead. Bradford to kick off. John Woods kicks deep. Phil Beavers in support, but the ball goes off the upright and goes dead directly. But the referee ruling a line drop out. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know whether that's correct or not, but that's what Spencer's ruling. So Neil Holding to drop out from between his own sticks. Taken by number 12, Furbank, driving towards Saints 25. Chris Arkwright takes him. Brett Clark just there to make sure. Noble taking it left onto number 10, Hill, Brendan Hill. Drives forward about 10 yards short of Saints line now. Bradford on the attack. Noble again acting half-back. Bradford moving it right. Noble again, loop movement with Godfrey. But Bradford still pegged back. Andy Platt and Tony Burke, make no mistake. Well, Tony Badder on Wednesday was on about a certain person doing a bit of codding. Well, if there's ever any codding done, that was it there. Noble there, not really attempting to get up, and penalty to Bradford for allegedly not allowing the player to get up. So John Woods here lining up for what should be an easy penalty goal. I just hope referee Spencer's as consistent all the way through this match. There goes John Woods, prolific point scorer. Yes, 2 points to Bradford now, so after only 4 minutes, 6 points to Saints, 2 points to Bradford. Neil Holding now to resume. Bradford just getting 2 points from the boot of John Woods from a penalty. Neil Holding now kicks crossfield, taken by Simpson, number 5 for Bradford. Well dumped down, Chris Arkwright and John Fieldhouse in the Bradford through Noble, bringing it right. Good solid tackling, number 8 there, no way through for him. Hamer, Neil Holding and Andy Platt stop his way. So Bradford again moving it right. Number 11 for Bradford, Mal Graham trying to break through the Saints defence, but no way through. Good solid tackling there from Pat Jarvis and Andy Platt. Stop number 10, Hill. Holding back to Mumbai, kicks downfield. Phil Beavers well positioned, takes it nice. Still heavily sanded over here on this popular side from Wednesday's match with Warrington when we had overnight frost. But Phil Beavers beats one man, comes through, but finally bundled down. Saints taking it right. Chris Arkwright looking for the half gap. Mark Healy up in support with him. Finally bundled down, just short of the halfway line. Mark Healy now taking up the acting half-back position. Bradford caught offside. So a penalty kick to Saints, just inside Bradford half. And Paul Loughlin lining up now to take this penalty kick to touch. And just finds touch short of Bradford 25. So Graham Liptrot to restart. On to Tony Burke. Drives forward. Brilliant run by Tony Burke. Taken down by Hill and Hamer for Bradford. Saints moving it right. On to Jarvis. Coming from deep. Takes some stopping coming from deep. But well, he said the referee indicating that he had shouted hell, but it was Bradford that knocked the ball out of Jarvis's hand there. But the referee ruling a scrum down just inside Bradford 25. That's another one he's got wrong today. Neil Holding to feed. The referee not happy with that, so we're going to have to start again. The ball coming out there. Neil Holding again to feed this scrum. Ball going with the feed. Holding flicks up to Loughlin. Comes left. Oh, Brett Clark now fully fit after taking a knock against Warrington on Wednesday. On to Pat Jarvis. Midfield now 20 yards from Bradford try line. Graham Liptrot second it right with Holding. Loop movement. Brilliant dummy there from Neil Holding. Graham Liptrot going through. The Bradford defence thought Neil Holding still had the ball. Phil Weaver's up with it. Neil Holding again. Chris Arkwright trying to get through, but still pegged down about 20 yards from Bradford try line. And Chris Arkwright, 60 half-back position. John Fieldhouse, lob pass, scooped up by Steve Bayliss. Comes crossfield, Steve Bayliss. No room over on this touchline here. Bundled to ground, just outside the 25. Graham Liptrot goes to pick up, being obstructed by Mel Graham at the play of the ball. But the referee ruling a knock on. So we're scrumming down again, just outside Bradford 25. Some rather weird decisions today, but it's Godfrey, scrum half for Bradford to feed this scrum. Ball going with the feed, but yes, being penalised for feeding at the scrum. It's the opposite side to us. So a penalty kick to St Helens. Neil Holding to kick to touch. The ball going into touch there, but touching the Bradford player. So it's scrum down about 20 yards from Bradford line with Neil Holding to feed. A rather swirling wind here today at Knowsley Road. The flag swirling round, it's just quite difficult to see which way has the most direction of the wind. Anyway, the ball going in. Neil Holding comes away with it. On to Brett Clark. Crossfield. Phil Weaver's in the lineup. Playing well, Phil Weaver's, especially after the unfortunate injury to Brett Clark on Wednesday. Chris Arkwright siding through. Siding through the Bradford defence now. Steve Bayliss acting half-back. Saints moving it right. John Fieldhouse. On to Tony Burke. Straightens up, drives forward. Brought down by Helliwell for Bradford. And Saints again taking it right. Graham Liptrot, short ball onto Jarvis. Throws back to Neil Holding. Scoops up. Lovely ball onto Paul Loughlin. Dummies one, sidesteps inside. Coming for the post. Inside to Brett Clark. Brilliant work there by Saints. 10 yards short of Bradford try. Neil Holding again. Short pass to Fieldhouse. Brilliant pass to Fieldhouse. Yes, up there. Ball finally with Steve Bayliss. Just couldn't get over there. Good work from Saints. The ball coming back. Last tackle now, this set of 6. Up and under from Pat Jarvis. The ball bouncing in field. Well, a 25 restart for Bradford. Noble takes it, feeds on to number 12, Furbank. Well dumped down, but gets the ball out to Noble. Over there to Simpson on that left wing. Bundled down just inside Saints half now. Andy Platts bundles him down. But Bradford still in possession, midway between the 25 and halfway in Saints' half, and bringing it to crossfield to the right. Ball going back, number 8 in possession, Hamer. Well taken down by Pat Jarvis with Tony Burke round the legs. And Bradford taking it left, dummying inside, number 13, Fleming. Feeds on to 12, Furbank, and Bradford just getting inside Saints 25 and bringing it right. Coming crossfield onto Godfrey. Mumby in the lineup. Little chip kick through. No problem there. Steve Bayliss down on it. So Saints gather the ball from that little chip kick through by Godfrey. Neil Holding feeds on to Pat Jarvis. Saints still in possession. Neil Holding acting half-back. Taking it right onto Brett Clark. Short ball onto Tony Burke. Onto Brett Clark. Back to Chris Arkwright. Andy Platt. Out of space here. Onto Paul Loughlin. Over there to Barry Ledger. First touch of the ball. Brought down right on the halfway line. So brilliant work by Saints there from a defending position. Real attacking position now. Chris Arkwright again. Siding through this Bradford defence. Dummied again. Tried to feed onto John Fieldhouse coming up, but just couldn't release that ball. Mumby taking his man. Saints again. Neil Holding beats one. Brilliant pace off this Neil Holding. Must be a try here. Outside to Mark Elia. It's just a walk-in. Yes, Mark Elia touches down midway between the touchline and the posts. Oh, 12 minutes gone. Mark Elia going in for his 3rd try of the season after his 2 against Warrington on Wednesday night. And Saints further in the lead, 10 points to 2 at present. Brilliant work there from Saints, as I said, from a defending position down here, 10 yards from their own line, and coming right upfield and touching down midway between the touchline and Bradford's goalposts. So Paul Loughlin now to kick for goal to try and convert this Elia try. As I say, the wind swirling round, but it's not too difficult for Loughlin. Floats it lovely. The ball comes in right between the sticks. So 12 points to 2. Saints in the lead now. John Woods for Bradford to kick off. Kicks it deep. Chris Arkwright to gather. Feeds on to Steve Bayliss. Noble bundles him down with the aid of number 8, Hamer. And Saints taking it right. Pat Jarvis looking to feed out to Tony Burke. They're steaming up, but just couldn't release the ball. But Graham Littrot now. And Saints taking it right. On to Andy Platt. Trying to penetrate this Bradford defence. Brett Clark now takes the acting half-back position. Moves it left. Graham Littrot. Dummy move inside to Chris Arkwright. Saints split him open again here. John Fieldhouse tried to pass out, but manages to stick hold of that ball. So Saints on the attack again. Chris Arkwright acting half. Comes to Graham Littrot. Crossfield to Pat Jarvis. Neil Holding. Quick hands onto Paul Loughlin. Out to Barry Ledger up that right-hand wing. Dummy's inside, but just can't beat Godfrey. Number 7 for Bradford. Neil Holding. Grubbers for touch. And finds touch 10 yards inside Bradford half. Real exciting match so far. Saints still in the lead, 12 points to 2. And just a quarter of an hour of this game gone. Well, Godfrey to feed. Ball coming out against the head. Neil Holding. Brett Clark. Phil Beaver's in the line. As I was saying before, Phil Beaver's playing brilliant. Got switched to standoff against Warrington after the injury to Brett Clark, and really carved this Warrington defence up. But Pat Jarvis now in possession. Saints making inroads to Bradford 25. John Fieldhouse acting half. Back onto Graham Littrot. Long ball over to Paul Loughlin. Just can't beat that defence there. Just taken down. Ankle tapped. Short of the 25. Barry Ledger. Saints bringing it left. Onto Tony Burke. Steaming up. Feeds onto Brett Clark. Short ball onto Chris Arkwright. Unlucky there, Chris Arkwright tried to feed back, but the ball going down and scooped up by number 3, Evans, Steve Evans for Bradford. for Bradford on the attack. Helliwell in possession now, being brought down by Pat Jarvis and Graham Littrot. 10 yards into Saints half. Godfrey taking it left to Woods. On to number 12, Mal Graham. Feeds it back inside to Woods. Trying to get through, but Bradford still on the attack. A little bit of obstruction there. The ball going to ground. Still staying with Bradford. Well, the referee giving Saints a penalty there at the play of the ball. They just didn't quite catch what the referee was indicating, but looks a bit of offside there from Bradford. So Saints getting a penalty. Neil Holding kicks for touch and finds touch just about 5 yards short of the halfway line. Neil Holding feeds on to Tony Burke, running from deep. Crashes 5 yards into Bradford half. Neil Holding again, bringing it left. Chris Arkwright on to Pat Jarvis, out to Mark Elia. Mark Elia takes the tackle just short of the halfway line now, taken down by Hill for Bradford. Neil Holding again. Saints moving it right. Chris Arkwright pens one off, feeds on to Barry Ledger, who jinks inside, trying to release the pass to John Fieldhouse, but Bradford player in there with him. And one of the Bradford players being brought out, obviously for a off the ball tackle. It's number 8, Hamer, and Barry Ledger down injured, just being treated now by Saints physio. Obviously the referee saw that in the tackle, didn't look anything from here, but we were following the play of the ball. So Paul Loughlin to kick for touch now from that penalty, and finding touch midway between the halfway and 25 in Bradford half. Graham Littrot quick play the ball onto Pat Jarvis. Graham Littrot again, acting half-back, bringing it left. Chris Arkwright onto Tony Burke. Short ball onto Tony Burke. Driving forward, turns into the tackle, tries to release the ball, but the Bradford tackle is good. Chris Arkwright, Neil Holding, Arkwright again. Ball knocked down by number 3, Steve Evans for Bradford. So we're scrumming down midway between the halfway and 25 in Bradford half. Neil Holding to feed. Ball going with the feed with Brett Clark. Loop movement with Neil Holding. Pass to Phil Beavers in the line-up. Overlapping again. Paul Loughlin striding forward. Feeds on to Barry Ledger. Up that right-hand wing. Pace off Barry Ledger, but just being forced into touch. 10 yards from Bradford try line. Brilliant break from the scrum there by Saints. Took it crossfield to the right, onto Barry Ledger eventually, but finally being forced into touch. 10 yards short of Bradford try line. So it's a scrum down again. Godfrey to feed for Bradford. Scrum reforms again. Godfrey to feed. And the penalty kick to Bradford. Well, no need to tell you what that was for. So, Mumby stepping up to kick for touch. Finds touch just outside his own 25. So Bradford now to resume. Noble plays it on to Godfrey. Bradford bringing it right onto Mal Graham, looking to get through, taken down finally by Andy Platt. And Noble again taking the acting half-back position for Bradford. Changing direction, taking it left onto number 10, Hill. Bradford moving it right now, looking for the way through. Doesn't beat the defence there. John Fieldhouse, good solid tackle there by John Fieldhouse with Pat Jarvis in support. Bundle him down. So Bradford again, Godfrey, quick hands onto Woods, looking for the ways, being pushed back all the time. Bradford must be about 4 tackles that now, and Bradford have got nowhere. Back to Evans. Evans looking to jink through, being brought down again. Yes, there's the 5th tackle there. Evans bundled down, so it's the last tackle now of this set of 6. Godfrey taking it back to Mumby. Andy Platt pressurising him, and Mumby kicks upfield. Steve Bayliss takes it comfortably, coming up this left-hand wing, shrugs 2 tattlers off, but finally ankle tap by Noble. Phil Beavers, acting halfback, going on his own. Gains another valuable 5 yards, and Saints still in possession on the blind side here. Brett Clark feeds onto Pat Jarvis. Well, the man was down and the going rather exuberant with the tackle, but Clark taking it right onto Neil Holding. Tony Burke driving through, just brought down short of the halfway line. Brett Clark again, bringing it blindside. Graham Liptrot, lofted pass, touched the Bradford player, in my opinion, taken by Steve Bayliss. Is the referee going to wave him off? No, he's ruled the last tackle. Well, definitely touched the Bradford player there, but the last tackle for Saints. Up to Brett Clark, Grubbers for touch. Phil Ford well positioned, probably the first touch of the ball for Ford, going on a diagonal crossfield run, stopped by Brett Clark and finally completed by John Fieldhouse, the tackle. John Woods for Bradford, taking it left onto Furbank, bundled down there by the scruff of his neck by Tony Burke. So Bradford again taking it left again onto Hill, bundled down right on the halfway line, and Bradford again spreading it right. Loose ball taken by Chris Arkwright. So Saints in possession just inside Bradford half. Saints on the attack. Pat Jarvis, acting halfback, going to move this ball left to Graham Liptrot. Bradford defence coming up quickly, but a short ball from Neil Holding onto Andy Platt, trying to release there to keep the ball moving, but no way through. Neil Holding again, typical of him, round the back of the play the ball, tries to get through, but the Bradford defence is up to him, and he's brought down midway between the halfway and 25 in Bradford half. Graham Liptrot feeds onto Andy Platt, shrugs one tackle off, tries to pass round the player to Pat Jarvis, but couldn't complete the passing movement. Neil Holding, Grubbers crossfield for touch, good kick from Holding, but taken by Simpson, left winger for Bradford. Drives forward, brought down on the 25. Tony Burke and Chris Arkwright complete the tackle. So Godfrey taking it left onto Hill. Saints tackling very solid today. Takes some pulling down this Hill, but finally brought down, and Bradford on the attack. Noble trying to go through from acting halfback at the play the ball. Now it's Godfrey now for Bradford, takes it back. So Bradford brought down just short of the halfway line. Number 13, that is Fleming. Oh, it's the last tackle now on the set of 6 for Bradford. Back to Evans, trying to kick through. That'll be fielded if it doesn't run dead. Yes, the ball gone dead, so it's a 25-yard, 25-line restart for Saints. Graham Liptrot onto John Fieldhouse, going crossfield, creating space, finally bundled down, and Paul Loughlin takes the acting halfback position. Saints bringing it left. Neil Holding, short ball onto Pat Jarvis, looking for the return, gets the return, lofted pass to Brett Clark, quick hands to Mark Elia, break here on the left, Mark Elia siding through, tremendous body swerve this man Elia, fully fit now after going home with a hamstring injury and getting a penalty for his troubles. The Bradford players not allowing him to get up and play the ball quickly as Saints were coming through after they'd split the Bradford defence open. Loughlin kicks for touch, fine touch just on the 25 line. Graham Liptrot feeds onto Pat Jarvis. Saints on the attack now. Jarvis looking hungry, forcing his way through, but being forced back by 3 Bradford tattlers. Finally playing the ball, Graham Liptrot, and taking it right, Brett Clark onto Chris Arkwright, space here, onto Andy Platt, tries to shrug them off, but just brought down 15 yards midfield in front of Bradford post. Onto Graham Liptrot, John Fieldhouse straightens up, goes forward, feeds inside to Tony Burke, tries to release the ball to Brett Clark, but just couldn't let it go. Neil Holding onto Andy Platt, trying to duck under the Bradford tattlers. It's Phil Beavers up there in the line, onto Neil Holding, little grubber through from Neil Holding, but deflected by the Bradford player. Brett Clark was on the end of that, but it deflected on the Bradford player, so Bradford in possession, pegged down in their own 25. 25 minutes of this first half gone so far, and Simpson left wing for Bradford being unceremoniously dumped down by Saints captain Chris Arkwright, and Bradford bringing it right, but no way through for him. Some superb tackling there. Pat Jarvis, John Fieldhouse bundle him down. Godfrey takes the acting half-back position, tries to grub her through for touch, finally does so. 10 yards, I beg your pardon, right on the halfway line. So we're scrubbing down right on the halfway line now. Saints in a 12 points to 2 lead. Referee Spencer there trying to get the packs together. Godfrey to feed. Godfrey to feed from his position. He looks as though he is feeding. Well, the ball from out Saints side. Philby quick hands onto Mark Elia. Shrugs one off. Goes towards the line. Tries to spread it out. Feeds onto Paul Loughlin, but just taken down in the tackle. So Saints soaring through. Good pass from Brett Clark onto Chris Arkwright. He just penetrates Bradford's 25. Phil Beavers again up in the line. Back to Brett Clark. Jinks one way, goes on his own, beats one man, but 3-man Bradford tackle, bundle him down. Graham Liptrot acting half-back, and Saints change of direction there inside. So John Fieldhouse releases the ball onto Tony Burke. Well, that ball came backwards, but referee Spencer ruling it was a knock-on. That was quite clear, that ball had come backwards, but it was scrumming down on the 25. Godfrey again to feed. Well, we hadn't packed there, and penalty to Bradford. For incorrectly packing at the scrum, I think. But Mumby to kick for touch. Finds touch right in front of us, just short of the halfway line, but still inside their own half. And Noble here plays the ball. Godfrey in possession onto Mal Graham. Oh, it's number 8, it's Hamer trying to burst through. Tony Burke and Pat Jarvis stop his gallop, and Bradford taking it left. That's Furbank now. Finally bundled down by Chris Arkwright with John Fieldhouse in attendance. So Noble again for Bradford, taking it left. Godfrey onto number 4, Helliwell, but he's bundled down. They've been held by the Saints defence. And Bradford again bringing it right. That's a Hill, I think, trying to burst through. But as I said, these Bradford forwards are getting nowhere at present. And again, Bradford bringing it onto John Woods. Well taken down by John Fieldhouse and Tony Burke. And it's the last tackle now for Bradford. Up to Steve Evans. Grubbers for touch. But Steve Bailey stops it with his foot to be quite safe. Picks up, drives, crossfield. Shrugs Noble off. Still going crossfield. Steve Bayliss creating the gap. Finally brought down just outside his own 25. And Barry Ledger to take the acting half-back position. And Saints bringing it left onto Brett Clark, to Pat Jarvis, coming from deep. Taking the tackle, looking to release that ball, but can't do so. And Graham Liptrot again. Bradford offside here at the play the ball. Onto Tony Burke. Graham Liptrot again. Brings it left. Neil Holding onto Andy Platt, coming blindside. Mark Elia assuming the wing position here. Steve Bayliss just going over there. Pat Jarvis took that ball well. So the ball comes out loose, and he's... Well, I don't know what this fella's playing at all here. He's ruled an incorrect play the ball there. I don't see why he should have to play the ball. The ball came out of the tackle, came out loose. Andy Platt dropped on that ball, just got up to carry on the play movement. The referee had waved play on, so he'd waved play on, and then he goes and penalises Andy Platt for not playing the ball. Well, only typical of what we can expect, but Bradford gain a penalty kick from it. Noble takes the quick tap penalty onto Hill, but he's going to be forced. No, he's not going to be forced into touch. I thought he was going to go in, but Bradford still in possession now. Noble, crossfield to Godfrey, short ball to Hamer. And Bradford still in possession, taking it left. Onto Fleming, crossfield to Furbank, inside ball, forward a mile, onto Evans. Brought down 5 yards from Saints try line. Well, he's trying to cod the referee there, looking for a penalty. And Bradford still in possession, bringing it right. Crossfield, Godfrey taken down. Brilliant tackle. Graham Liptrot bundled him down. No trouble there. Brilliant tackle from Liptrot. Read that immediately. Onto Ford here. Trying to come through in this corner. Taken out to Mumby. Inside to number 13, Fleming. And he goes over in the corner, in this right-hand corner here, for a try. 31 minutes of this game, and Bradford gets the first try with Fleming, the loose forward, going in this right-hand corner. Not a popular decision over here on the popular side, and a terrible decision there by the referee, which gave Bradford the penalty which started that move. Anyway, John Woods here, prolific point scorer, lining up to attempt to convert this Fleming try. No, nowhere near with that. So it's 12 points to Saints, 6 points to Bradford. Terry Holmes not playing for Bradford today, disappointingly so. I was looking forward to watching him myself. An £80,000 signing from Rugby Union, and didn't see much of last season, being out with a sprung shoulder in his first game. Only played 13 minutes, but he's not playing today for some reason. Anyway, Bradford in possession now. Neil Holding kicks off. Simpson gathers the ball and he's brought down short of the 25. Mumby in the line out, coming through, finally bundled down. Neil Holding and John Fieldhouse do the job. So Bradford again trying to come away with it. Noble inside to Mal Graham, taken down by Neil Holding again and Pat Jarvis. Noble again for Bradford, and Bradford moving it left onto Godfrey. Ball there going down, so it's all on. Well, I wonder if he's going to give anything this time. He's ruled all on, and Arkwright in possession, but the ball coming out, being taken from Chris Arkwright by 3 Bradford tacklers. So it's Bradford in possession now, just outside their own 25, and it's Godfrey, this lively scrum half, but being taken down by John Fieldhouse right on the 25 line. Mal Graham for Bradford being dumped down with Chris Arkwright and John Fieldhouse. Plays it onto Noble, and Bradford taking it left. Hamer takes the tackle. Well, Loughlin and Andy Platt in there, and Bradford now back to Godfrey, kicks for touch and finds touch right on the halfway line. Well, I didn't see the referee indicating the last of the 6 tackles, but Godfrey must have thought he could gain a bit of ground. Finds touch right on the halfway line, so it's another scrum. About 7 minutes of this first half remaining, and Saints with a 12 points to 6 lead. So Godfrey now to feed, ball comes out against the head. Neil Holding up that right hand wing, just brought down short of the 25-yard line. Barry Ledger now acting half back. Saints bringing it left. John Fieldhouse looking to create the gap, does so, feeds onto Chris Arkwright, comes inside, dummies one way. Barry Ledger up there with him, but bundled down midfield, about 20 yards short of Bradford line. Brett Clark onto Graham Liptrot, short ball onto Tony Burke, but the ball going down and taken by Phil Ford. So Bradford in possession now. Quickly onto John Woods. Brilliant tackling, Neil Holding well up there, and Phil Vevers. Bradford looking to play the ball quickly. Number 10, Hill, bundled down by Pat Jarvis. Bradford quickly playing the ball there from that loose ball and bringing it right onto John Woods, looking to get through. Just brought down inside Saints half. Mal Graham acting half back onto Evans, looking to Grubber for touch, and does so. Finds touch 20 yards from Saints line. It was Bradford were the last team to beat Saints at home before the 25-match unbeaten run, which took them through to Boxing Day last year, where he was unfortunately beaten by Wigan 12 points to 4. Neil Holding to feed this scrum now, 15 yards from Saints try line, and being adjudged to have fed that scrum, so a differential penalty to Bradford. taken quickly, moved across the line. Phil Ford up in the line. Phil Beavers pinches the ball off him. Brilliant play by Phil Beavers. Phil Ford trying to get through, but a firm favourite here with the crowd. Phil Beavers taking a knock as he's brought down there by John Woods right in front of the sticks. But Saints in possession, and Tony Burke driving through, taken down by both props, Hamer and Hill, with Malgraham in attention. So blindside now. Pat Jarvis coming through for Saints, brought down just short of the 25. Graham Liptrot taking the acting half-back position. Saints moving it right. Neil Holding onto John Fieldhouse. Short ball to Andy Platt. Brilliant play by Saints there. Andy Platt flicks it out to Mark Elia. Long pass out to Barry Ledger. Mark Elia looks round, but Barry Ledger feeds it inside to Paul Loughlin. Brilliant work by Saints there. Quick hands, spreading the ball. Fieldhouse again. Taking it right. Feeds on to Paul Loughlin. Brings it back inside to Barry Ledger. Playing midfield. Coming through. Just brought down short of the halfway line. Saints looking dangerous now. Graham Liptrot with it. On to Neil Holding. Dummies. Tries to get the ball out, but the ball flicks out. Bradford player number 8, Hamer, finally dropping on that loose ball. Graham acting half-back, and Bradford taking it left. Onto Fleming. Is it the try scored? No, it's Furbank. But Bradford still in possession. That was Fleming. Feeds it back inside to Helliwell, but no way through at present. As he knocks on at the play the ball. So it's a scrum down 10 yards inside Saints half. 3 minutes of this first half remaining, and the score still 12 points to 6 for Saints. Neil Holding to feed. Ball going with the feed. Neil Holding scoops up. Feeds it to Brett Clark. On to Phil Beavers. Links up well, Beavers in these line-outs. Well, being held down there by Steve Evans, an old campaigner. Chris Arkwright in possession, just couldn't release that ball. Pat Jarvis backs in half-back, on to Graham Liptrot, crossfield to Brett Clark. Quick hands here essential. On to John Fieldhouse, Neil Holding, on to Paul Loughlin, hurrying up that right-hand wing. So Saints again, gaining another 35, 40 yards with quite ease. Well taken that ball by Brett Clark. Feeds on to Graham Liptrot, lofted pass to Mark Elia. With Steve Bayliss in support, Mark Elia going inside. Feeds on to Brett Clark again, well taken again. Pat Jarvis, on to Andy Platt. Takes the tackle, just brought down short of the 25. But Saints on the attack now, looking hungry for more points. And Pat Jarvis taking it right. On to John Fieldhouse, inside to Neil Holding. Looking for support, still going Neil Holding. Well brought down 15 yards short of Bradford try line. And it's the last tackle of this set of 6. On to Graham Liptrot, inside ball to Pat Jarvis, inside to Brett Clark. Grubbers through Brett Clark, can he gather the kick? No, Bradford man's down on it. 5 yards short of his own try line. So Bradford in possession. Brilliant play there from Saints. A full 60 odd yards made with those 6 tackles. And Bradford in possession taken by Graham Liptrot and Chris Arkwright. But Hill, the prop forward for Bradford, taking it left. Being bundled down and pushed back towards his own line. So it's Noble now at the acting half-back position. Tries to rubber through, duck through I should say, under the tackles, but no way through for him. And Bradford bringing it right. Onto Mumby in the line-up, but brought down, stopped by Graham Liptrot, and the tackle finally effected by Mark Elia. Ford with a little grubber type kick for touch. Just finds touch outside his own 25. So we're scrumming down just outside Bradford 25. Neil Holding to feed this scrum. Good ball win for Saints there. Neil Holding gathers the ball. On to Brett Clark. Tries to jink through. It's all on half-time now. Let's see if we can get a try before half-time. Chris Arkwright. Brilliant work from Arkwright. Pushes him off. Dummies again. And he's brought down 20 yards from Bradford try line. So Saints on the attack. John Fieldhouse takes the acting half-back position. Plays it to himself. Onto Barry Ledger. Pat Jarvis. Cross the line. Phil Beavers in the line-up. Sees the gap. Slips a lovely ball out to Brett Clark. Onto Andy Platt. Try a bag in here. Andy Platt. Feeds round to Steve Bayliss. The ball looks as though it come off forward. But has the referee ruled a try? Well, consultation with the referee and the linesman. And referee blowing up for half-time. Is he? Well, God knows what he's doing. So, yes, it is definitely half-time there. So, unfortunately, the Saints just couldn't score, but going in at half-time with a 12 points to 6 lead. Back with you now for the second half of the Saints versus Bradford. Stones bitter championship clash. Saints leading at half-time, 12 points to 6, with a first-minute Neil Holding try converted by Paul Loughlin, and then a 12th minute Mark Elia try, also converted by Paul Loughlin. Bradford scores coming from a 4th minute John Woods penalty goal and a 31st minute Fleming try. Well, no substitutes for St Helens in the first half or at half-time, and no substitutions for Bradford by the look of things. So Saints now, this second half, playing down to the clubhouse end with a 12 points to 6 lead. Certain they'll turn it on this second half. But it's Bradford to kick off to resume this second half. John Woods to kick off. And away we go. Taken by Barry Ledger. Picks up, drives towards the 25. Brought down by a 3-man tackle, Noble, Furbank and Hamer. Pat Jarvis driving forward, turning in the tackle, looking to throw the ball out, but couldn't do so. On to Chris Arkwright. Solid forward, this Chris Arkwright. Takes some pulling down at the best of times. But Saints with Graham Liptrot back to Paul Loughlin. Kicks upfield, over to, brilliant kick there, over towards the right wing of Bradford, Phil Ford. But a good 50-yard kick there from Paul Loughlin. Finds touch right on Bradford 25. So we're scrumming down now with Godfrey for Bradford to feed this scrum. When the referee finally gets it to the correct position he likes. The ball going in, coming out Saints side. Neil Holding there, onto Brett Clark, onto Mark Elia, run around with Brett Clark, but Elia takes the tackle there. Couldn't release that ball. So it's Phil Beavers acting half-back, taking it right. Chris Arkwright, short ball onto Holding, loop movement with Arkwright, shrugging him off, finally brought down just short of the 25. Spencer, referee, lining him out, Bradford, but Tony Burke in possession. Feeds onto Brett Clark, brilliant work, onto Pat Jarvis. Brought down just inside, Bradford 25. Neil Holding, onto Graham Liptrot, straightens up, turns round, spreads it out to Brett Clark. John Fieldhouse, crossfield, onto Brett Clark again. Andy Platt now in possession. Lofted pass from Brett Clark, finds Andy Platt, and he's brought down just short of the 25. And Saints now taking it left. Brett Clark onto Tony Burke. Steams through, shrugs one tackle off, finally brought down just inside Bradford 25. The last tackle now of this set of 6. And Phil Beavers, acting halfback, brings it left to Neil Holding, onto Pat Jarvis. Throws it out, a lofted pass, but taken by Godfrey for Bradford. And brilliant tackle there by Barry Ledger. Stops that ball there, but it hits the Saints player and goes back to Bradford, and Godfrey regathers it. John Woods acting half-back, takes it away, and number 10, Hill, in possession for Bradford. Noble, acting half-back position, takes it right to Godfrey. Hamer coming up from deep. But Bradford not going very far. Godfrey again, back to Mumby, coming up in the line-out. Gains a valuable 10 yards, Mumby, but brought down by Pat Jarvis after being initially stopped by Graham Liptrot. And Bradford bringing it left. Short ball onto John Woods. Woods solid tackling there. Chris Arkwright, John Fieldhouse, bundle him down. Last tackle now with his set of 6 for Bradford, and they've hardly gained any ground at all. Short ball, and acting to run it onto Simpson. Couldn't catch the ball, and it goes right into touch. Anyway, scrumming down here, just 10 yards inside. Bradford half. Bradford electing to run the ball on that sixth tackle. And Winger Simpson knocking on, and the ball going into touch. Neil Olin to feed this scrum. The penalty to Saints at the scrum. The referee Spencer awarding the differential penalty at the scrum. And Paul Loughlin from the penalty finds touch just short of the 25. Graham Liptrot plays it quick onto Tony Burke. Crossfield run but gaining ground all the time. Tony Burke takes some stopping when he gets a full head of steam up. Graham Liptrot, quick ball. Pat Jarvis coming from deep, taken by Mal Graham, Hill and Noble. Graham Liptrot again, taking it left. Chris Arkwright, Neil Holding, dummy movement there. John Fieldhouse straightens up, tries to go through. Brought down 15 yards from Bradford try line. So Saints on the attack. Brett Clark, Neil Holding, change of direction inside to Andy Platt. Shrugs one off, going for the line. Andy Platt just brought down 10 yards short of Bradford try line. Phil Weavers acting half-back. Saints moving it right. John Fieldhouse. Brett Clark, change of direction. Brett Clark jinking through. Can he make the line? Yes! Brilliant work there by Clark. As I said previously, there's not a lot to this Clark. He's not the biggest of fellas, but my word, he takes some pulling down, and for work rate's tremendous. Saints moving it right. John Fieldhouse. Brett Clark, change of direction. Brett Clark jinking through. Can he make the line? Yes! Brilliant work there by Clark. As I said previously, there's not a lot to this Clark. He's not the biggest of fellas, but my word, he takes some pulling down, and for work rate's tremendous. So after only 5 minutes of this second half, Brett Clark forces his way over just to the left of the post for the first score of this second half. Brett Clark going over there for his 14th try of the season, and quite an easy position there for Paul Loughlin to convert this try. Brilliant work there by Saints, changing direction of the ball there from one side over this right hand side, taking it over to the left. Short ball onto Brett Clark, looked nothing on, but he saw a gap, headed straight for the try line, and went over just to the left of the post. A brilliant try. Brett Clark receiving a little treatment there. Obviously took a knock, similar type of position to it was on Wednesday night against Warrington, where unfortunately he didn't quite score. But he's okay now. And Paul Loughlin slots it over. So 18 points to 6, Saints in the lead there. Paul Loughlin with his 129th goal of the season. Bradford making a substitution here now. Heron, number 15 for Bradford, coming on for number 3, Steve Evans. Finally being allowed to come on by the referee. So Bradford to restart. John Woods. Shortish kick. Taken by Chris Arkwright. Takes the ball, drives forward. Just couldn't break through that Bradford defence. Half did so, but Hill had him, and from the quick play the ball, Saints feed on to Tony Burke. Graham Liptrot takes it left to Pat Jarvis. Heron, the forward for Bradford, in at the first tackle with Furbank. Graham Liptrot, lofted pass to Andy Platt, splits the defence open, still going Andy Platt, inside to Paul Loughlin. Well, John Fieldhouse on his inside, but to the ball, still kept alive. Saints on the attack. Phil Weavers, lofted pass there to Steve Bayliss. And the Saints brought down 20 yards short of Bradford line. Saints kept the ball moving there well. Graham Liptrot, Andy Platt steaming forward. Last tackle now of this set of 6. Brilliant play there from Saints. Graham Liptrot takes the ball back to Pat Jarvis. Neil Holding grubbers through. Hits the Bradford man, and Bradford finally fall on it It's Heron, substitute forward, drops on that ball, and Bradford still pegged down in their own 25. In possession at present. Noble feeds on to number 4, Helliwell. On to Graham, and Godfrey now acting half-back for Bradford, taking it right. Over to Hill, looking for his way through, takes some pulling down this hill. Still going. Pat Jarvis finally bundle him down. He feeds on to Godfrey. Inside to Furbank. No support for Bradford, but he finally gets that ball out to Godfrey again. On to Ford, midfield. Neil Holding round the legs. Brilliant tackle by Holding. Got him round the waist, slid down and stopped his gallop. Obviously tackle him round the legs and they can't go. Heron in possession now, brought down just short of Saints 25. First decent bit of rugby from Bradford, and Fleming, try scorer, bundled down on the last tackle, so it's the first changeover of the match. Paul Loughlin plays it to Graham Littrot, who takes it left to Pat Jarvis. So Saints in possession. Pat Jarvis finally bundled down on the 25. Graham Littrot taking it left. Chris Arkwright, Tony Burke. Saints taking it crossfield, trying to create the gaps. Neil Holding onto John Fieldhouse. Turned round, dummies inside, back to Holding. Over here, taking it right now, Saints. Onto Andy Platt, shrugs one off, dummies through. Brilliant pass, onto Paul Loughlin. Quick ball onto Barry Ledger. Goes through Simpson, but can't get past number 12, Furbank for Bradford. Brought down right on the halfway line, and Saints taking it left. Neil Holding, Graham Littrot. Lofted pass to Mark Elia. Looking for support inside, Mark Elia, but just couldn't release that ball. Steve Bailey takes the acting half-back position, goes on his own. Gaining another valuable 5-10 yards. Brett Clark now takes it left. Graham Littrot inside to Neil Holding. Short ball onto John Fieldhouse, but he couldn't grip that ball properly. Lost the ball, and Bradford in possession. Keith Mumby brought down on the 25. Still in their own half, and Bradford bringing it left. Short ball there. Bradford still spreading it. Simpson now, this coloured winger for Bradford. Lovely ball inside to number 4. He's going to go in unopposed. Helliwell, Tony Burke stopping him going from under the sticks. So Bradford go in at this left-hand corner with a try from Helliwell after 10 minutes of the second half. So Bradford there scoring a try, get them into double figures now. 18 points to 10 at present for Saints. Did well there, Bradford, up this left-hand wing, their left-hand wing. John Woods, attempted conversion, no. Takes it to the right of the post this time, so 18 points to 10. Bradford in the lead after only 11 minutes of the second half. So Neil Holding to restart. Paul Fabry stripping off at the front. Obviously a substitution going to be made shortly. And Neil Holding restarts. Grubbers along the floor. Ball taken just inside their own 25 by Furbank. It's brought down by Tony Burke and John Fieldhouse in attendance. And Bradford forward in possession, taken down Pat Jarvis and Graham Littrot. No, Andy Platt bundling to ground. Bradford moving it left again. Quick hands, Mumby in the line out, but bundle down there, Paul Loughlin. Quick play the ball onto try scorer Helliwell, taken down by Chris Arkwright and John Fieldhouse. Noble takes the acting half-back position and bringing it blindside Bradford. Heron, the substitute for Bradford. Is it no? Fleming it is. Finally bundled down. So Bradford taking it right. Back to Godfrey. Taken, Grubbers for touch, but taken by Barry Ledger. Outpaces Noble. Feeds onto Phil Beavers. Taking it left. Onto Mark Elia. Did well to take that ball cleanly, Elia. And still going. Finally bundled down just inside his own half. 10 yards inside his own half. And Phil Beavers acting half back. Saints taking it right. Pat Jarvis coming from deep. Saints still in possession. Graham Liptrop bringing it right. Saints onto Neil Holding, onto Brett Clark. Short ball onto Loughlin. Quick hands there onto Barry Ledger. Kicks forward, impeded there by Mumby, but he makes no mistake. Goes in at the right-hand corner for a try. Bringing it right. Saints onto Neil Holding, onto Brett Clark. Short ball onto Loughlin. Quick hands there onto Barry Ledger. Kicks forward, impeded there by Mumby, but he makes no mistake. Goes in at the right-hand corner for a try. Brilliant try there by Barry Ledger. Good teamwork, change of direction. Brett Clark onto Paul Loughlin. Quick hands, as I said. Paul Loughlin fed that ball right onto Barry Ledger. He chipped over the Bradford defence's head. Mumby tried to fend him off, obstructed him slightly, but Barry Ledger beat him to the try line. So 13 minutes gone of this second half. Barry Ledger going over for his 16th try of the season. Well, real good kick there from Barry Ledger. Chipped over the head of Mumby, even though he was impeded, and beat Mumby to the touchdown. Well, a rather difficult kick here for Paul Loughlin. Right from the touchline here, but he's certainly capable of slotting these over. He's slotted them over from all over the field today. It looks good, but I think it's just coming across. Yes! It just comes in to the right of the left-hand upright, and it's Paul Loughlin's 130th goal of the season, and Saints 24 points to 10 in the lead now. Bradford to restart, straight into the hands of Andy Platt. Turns round sharply. Mark Elia coming through there. It's a pity he just didn't see him. Elia would have certainly outpaced Mumby there in the race for the line. But Tony Burke in possession. Graham Liptrot sacked in half back, and Saints going to move it right onto Pat Jarvis. Graham Liptrot takes it right onto Neil Holding. Kicks for touch. No, ball goes directly into touch. So it's a scrum down midway between the halfway and 25 in Saints' own half, and Saints with a commanding 24 points to 10 lead. Godfrey to feed for Bradford. The second row that went in, you could see it from here. Referee was right there, but the ball coming out with Bradford. Fleming loose forward for Bradford in possession, and Bradford play it quickly. Well, obviously tried to play it quickly. The referee ruling that he didn't play the ball correctly, so a penalty kick to Saints. Paul Loughlin to kick for touch. Finds touch just inside Bradford half. So Saints on the attack now. Neil Holding plays the ball onto Pat Jarvis. Drives forward, shrugs one tackler off. Finally bundled down by Hamer and Hill, and being penalised Bradford for pulling Pat Jarvis down in his attempts to get up and play the ball. So Neil Holding kicks for touch, gains a valuable 15-20 yards. Holding plays the ball onto John Fieldhouse, steaming through midfield now. 20 yards from Bradford try line. John Fieldhouse bundled down, so let's hope Saints can make the most of it here and bringing it right. Graham Liptrot, plan move inside to Tony Burke. Bill Beavers up in the line as the acting half-back, taking it right onto Chris Arkwright. Luke movement with Neil Holding. Short ball onto Mark Elia. Well, no stopping Mark Elia at that distance. In half-back, taking it right onto Chris Arkwright. Luke movement with Neil Holding. Short ball onto Mark Elia. Well, no stopping Mark Elia at that distance. And he goes over for a try. A brilliant, well-worked try from Saints there, in between the touchline here and the post. So Mark Elia goes over for his second try of the game and his fourth of the season after just 17 minutes of this game. Well, it's been Saints doing all the damage, more or less, in the second halves of these games, and it's paid off there with Mark Elia going over for a try. Brilliant work there by Saints. Arkwright again carving the gap open. Mark Elia coming through on a short ball from Arkwright. Sharp, crisp ball, and no stopping him from that distance. So Paul Loughlin here trying to convert this Mark Elia try. Ball coming in again. Yes, just inside that left hand upright. Brilliant kicking today from Paul Loughlin. Slots over his 5th goal of the match and his 131st of the season. 30 points to 10. Saints in a commanding lead as Bradford make another substitution. Number 14 Bond coming on for number 8 Hamer. Barry Ledger gathers that ball from the Bradford kick-off. Bundled down by a 4-man Bradford tackle. Just outside their own 25 Saints, and Graham Liptrot second it left onto Chris Arkwright. Short ball to Tony Burke. Ball going loose. Scooped up by Bradford. Pat Jarvis finally effects the tackle, and it's Mal Graham acting halfback for Bradford in possession just outside Saints 25 and second it right. Short ball from Godfrey onto freshman Bond, and Bradford again second it right. Heron brought down just short of the 25, Saints 25. Phil Ford acting half-back and Bradford moving it left. John Woods, across to Malgrave, inside pass there, a mile forward. Yes, was spotted by the referee. And Saints making 2 substitutions now. Paul Loughlin, I beg your pardon, Sean Allen and Paul Farber coming on for Brett Clark and Chris Arkwright. What a cheer, what an ovation for these 2 players, Arkwright and Clark. Obviously Clark there had a hard game against Warrington and here today taking a knock, but being substituted. So Paul Loughlin now going to the full back position, I would think. Phil Vevers coming to stand off. Saints in possession there, being tidied up eventually by Andy Platt. Change of pace and heads towards his own 25-yard line. Mark Elia takes the acting half-back position, goes on his own. Andy Platt, I would imagine Andy Platt will have taken the loose forward role. Paul Farber there with the first touch after just coming on as substitute for Chris Arkwright, and Saints bringing it down this right-hand wing. Pat Jarvis bundled down by Hill and Heron. The Saints again left. Vevers onto Andy Platt. Split the defence open here. Just couldn't release that ball, Andy Platt. Just managing to get outside his own 25. Phil Vevers again. Back to Paul Loughlin. Kicks the ball upfield. Over to Simpson's wing here. Gathered cleanly by Simpson. Sidesteps once, but doesn't get past Barry Ledger. Sean Allen comes in to effect the tackle. Helliwell acting half-back for Bradford. Takes the ball brought down by Sean Allen with Pat Jarvis going in assistance. Noble again for Bradford. Bradford moving it right onto Heron. All the way through. Paul Farber bundles him down there. Andy Platt round the legs. And Bradford again moving it right. To Hill. Well tackled there. John Fieldhouse, Pat Jarvis and Tony Burke round the bottom. Bundle him down. Change of direction there from Godfrey. Bradford throw it out. It's still in possession. Bond in possession for Bradford, and it's the last tackle now of this set of 6. Mal Graham taking it left to Mumby. Bradford electing to run it. Throws the ball away, as many of them do so on the 6th tackle, but Barry Ledger drops on it, and Saints taking it left. Tony Burke. Graham Liptrot assuming the acting half-back position, takes it to John Fieldhouse. Straightens up, change of direction, inside to Pat Jarvis. Passing it back to John Fieldhouse, onto Phil Vevers, inside to Neil Holding. Change of direction again. Andy Platt tidies up and brings down this right-hand wing. Sean Allen infield. Takes the tackle. Mal Graham, Helliwell and Bond, effect the tackle for Bradford. And Saints taking it left. Neil Holding, loop movement with John Fieldhouse. Onto Phil Beavers, inside to Mark Elia. Terrific pace from Mark Elia. Inside to Paul Farber, steaming through. Brilliant work there by Saints. Just short of Bradford's 25. Phil Beavers again. Onto Holding. Loop movement out to John Fieldhouse. Lofted pass again to Andy Platt. Over here on the right wing this time. Sean Allen going in field. Just beats one. Passes on to Pat Jarvis. Saints keep the ball moving. John Fieldhouse just can't release that ball. Good tackle from number 14 Bond there. Last tackle now for Saints of this set of 6. Graham Liptrop, crossfield. Neil Holding. Right over to Steve Bayliss. Taken down, so it's change over now. And Bradford's ball this time. Godfrey, half back for Bradford. Acting half back, brings it over infield to Phil Ford. Taken down, still in his own 25. Godfrey again. Bringing it left. Ducks under one tackle. Feeds on to Mal Graham. No support for him. Support coming up with Helliwell. Barry Ledger in the chase. Barry Ledger will catch him. But he feeds on to Simpson. Barry Ledger comes crossfield to Simpson, but just can't get him. Simpson in support there, and Bradford go over for another try in this left-hand corner. 24 minutes of this game, and Bradford get another try on the board. Simpson goes over in the left-hand corner. Bradford breaking quickly there on their own 25, outpacing the Saints defence, and they're going over in the left-hand corner. Change of goal kicker now. Phil Ford going to have a bash over here on this left-hand wing, left-hand touch. 30 points to 14 the score at present with that Simpson try. Phil Ford lining up. Looks as though it's coming in field, but no, it's across the front of the goal. So 30 points to 14, Saints still in the lead. Well, Saints on the attack there, looking lively, looking though they was going to score. Then Bradford get the ball from the 6th tattle over there on the right, the left wing, Saints left wing, and bring it crossfield and into passing between Helliwell and Simpson, and they go over for a try in the corner. Well, Neil Holding to resume now. Quarter of an hour remaining of this game. Deep kick from Neil Holding, taken by Mumby. Still in his own 25, just brought down short of the 25 line, but being forced back. Well, Tony Burke, that looks like pinching the ball in the tackle, but yes, it was Tony Burke being ruled as the referee has shouted held, and a penalty kick to Bradford. Well, that would have been a certain try for Tony Burke there, but referee bringing us back. Obviously wants to keep the score down. So Bradford in possession. Noble feeds on to Graham. Change direction to Godfrey. Crossfield here. Furbank. Bundle down there. Pat Jarvis. Paul Farber in support. But Bradford bringing it to left again. This left wing where they've looked most dangerous. Phil Beavers bundling Heron down, but he gets up. But Phil Beavers back in there with Paul Farber and bundle him down. Noble and Bradford bringing it left. Godfrey onto Hill. Beavers again in the thick of it now as he's taking this stand-off position. So Bradford with Heron onto Godfrey, looking very muddled over here. Hill still in possession, finally taken down by Andy Platt. And Bradford again blindside onto Godfrey, inside to Simpson. Sean Allen effects the tackle. Andy Platt picks up the loose ball, but Helliwell back in support and bundles him down. So it's Saints ball just inside Bradford half. Barry Ledger tries to go through, tattle by Helliwell. Rather aggressive tattle there, going unnoticed by this touch judge and the referee from number 15, Heron. But Saints taking it left. Mark Elia, the long pass from Loughlin to Mark Elia, but Ford with the ball. Finally being bundled down just short of the halfway line, and Bradford in possession. And Bradford bringing it left. Godfrey crossfield to Furbank. Forward pass on to Graham. Referee already blown up for a forward pass. It was Furbank eventually that had the ball. And it's a scrum down just inside Bradford half. But the score still 30 points to 14 in Saints' favour. And Neil Holding to feed. When Bradford eventually packed out. Neil Holding to feed. Ball coming out against the head. Godfrey comes away from the base of the scrum with the ball. Well tackled by Phil Beavers and Andy Platt. And Bradford again bringing it to this left-hand side. Mumby in the line-up. Taken down Pat Jarvis and Phil Beavers finally bundle him down. Aaron acting half-back. He likes to go on his own. Tries to break through. No support for him. Mal Graham for Bradford. And Bradford taking it right. On to Godfrey. Short ball. On to Fleming. And he knocks on. Neil Holding scoops up. So Saints in possession now. And Graham Liptrot taking it left. Pat Jarvis coming up from deep. Looking to unload. Just so to Graham Liptrot. On to Neil Holding. Misses out Phil Beavers. On to John Phelan. Short ball to Andy Platt. Lovely pass on to Sean Allen. Inside to Barry Ledger. Shrugs one off. Shrugs Halliwell off. And Noble. Still going Barry Ledger. Just round down short of Bradford 25. Phil Beavers taking it left. Neil Holding. Graham Liptrot. Paul Loughlin links up. On to Steve Bayliss. Going over there. That's left-hand corner. Just brought down yards short of Bradford try line. Loughlin, Paul Farber, I beg your pardon. But Tony Burke scoops up, coming crossfield. Saints still in possession, looking very dangerous now. Neil Holding takes the acting half-back, feeds on to Phil Beavers. Short ball to Andy Platt, being ruled as a forward pass by referee Spencer. Andy Platt dives over, but to no avail. Forward pass being ruled from Phil Beavers, but good teamwork there by Saints. Show what can be done. We're scrumming down 15 yards from Bradford try line with Godfrey for Bradford to feed. 10 minutes of this game remaining and the score still 30 points to 14 for St Helens. Scrum collapses, finally regather. Godfrey to feed. And Bradford coming left side again, but no way through. Andy Platt and Paul Loughlin bundle him down. The ball comes out. Looks as though it went back, but Bradford being ruled to have knocked on. The Saints man of the match there just being announced, and it's Saints number 7, Neil Holding. Run down again, Neil Holding to feed this time. Bradford number 13 Fleming just receiving a little attention. Well, he's okay now, so restart the clock. Neil Holding to feed. The referee has blew before the ball actually gone in, but we're there again. Ball comes out against the head. Over to this left side again. Neil Holding coming over there, but Sean Allen and Andy Platt bundle Halliwell down, and Bradford taking it right. Bond substitutes back for Bradford, goes down with the ball. Noble acting half-back, takes it right to Heron, crossfield to Godfrey. Mumby in the line-up, onto Woods, quick ball onto Ford, but good Saints tackling there, bundle him down, being forced back another 10-15 yards by Super Saints tackling. So Mumby again in possession, just being brought down right on the 25. And Bradford bringing it left. Hill in possession. A real big handful to get down this hill. Takes some pulling down. Ball back on the 6th tattle to Godfrey. Kicks upfield. Bounces kindly for Paul Loughlin. Takes the ball, turns round, heads toward his own 25. Noble up there. Outpaces Noble, shrugs Godfrey off, but finally brought down just outside his own 25. Phil Beavers onto Andy Platt, beats the defence. Andy Platt just brought down the Noble hold onto him, lying up all over him there, but finally allowed to play the ball. Phil Beavers taking it crossfield, Graham Liptrot, quick hands to John Fieldhouse. Going over to that left-hand wing, lofted pass to Steve Baelish. Took that pass well, Steve Baelish, shrugs one tackle off, still going, just brought down inside Bradford half. Real strong customer, this Steve Baelish. Not got on the try sheets yet this season in his short spell. But Paul Farber in possession, driving forward, fresh forward Farber, takes some pulling down, 10 yards inside Bradford half. And Phil Beavers, lofted pass onto Pat Jarvis, but unfortunately an awkward ball there, and Pat Jarvis knocks on. So it's scrum down just inside Bradford half. 30 points to 14 the score. Godfrey to feed, second row, well, yes, he's given it this time, so penalty kick to Saints. He's watched him before, Spencer, but he must have thought I'll do something about it this time. Saints turn for a penalty, and Loughlin kicks for touch, finds touch midway between the 25 and halfway line in Bradford half. Graham Liptrot on to Neil Holding, Pat Jarvis coming from deep, gaining valuable yardage there. And Saints on the attack, onto Tony Burke, straightens up, drives forward. We've got valuable 10-15 yards from Tony Burke, takes some pulling down this Burke. Loop movement with Neil Holding and Graham Liptrot onto John Fieldhouse, feeds inside. Just couldn't slip that ball out to Phil Beavers there. So 15 yards from Bradford try line, Saints on the attack. Neil Holding in possession now, inside to Phil Beavers. Pass on to Andy Platt, just couldn't gather it. And Bradford scoop up in possession, and Ford comes scooting through there, but Noble couldn't release that ball. Heron for Bradford takes it right. Godfrey in possession, scrum half for Bradford, bundled down just short of the 25-yard line, still pegged down in their own 25. And Hill, this big prop forward for Bradford, finally brought to ground, and Bradford taking it left. Four-man the Saints tackling there, bundles him down, Graham Liptrot and Paul Farber, two of them. And Mumby, short ball onto Ford, but a brilliant tackle there from Sean Allen, bundles him down, didn't gain any ground at all, Ford. But they're electing to come left again. Simpson in possession, but adjudged to have gone into touch here. It's a scrum down just about 10 yards inside Bradford half. Simpson, left wing for Bradford, being adjudged to have gone into touch from that tackle. Good solid Saints tackling. Bradford electing to come up this left-hand wing, but having no joy. Too many Bradford players. Ball coming out Saints side, but Spencer ruling it incorrect. And at the second goal, he ruled that Neil Holding has fed the scrum. Bradford take a quick tap. Helliwell in possession now, straightens up. Paul Loughlin has him. Super tackle by Paul Loughlin with Phil Beavers in support. Good cover play there from Phil Beavers. Looked as though Helliwell had broken through, but he didn't get past Loughlin. And yes, Saints in possession there. Mal Graham took his eye off the ball there. He must have seen the Saints defence coming up quickly, and Graham Liptrot down on that loose ball. Sean Allen in possession now, just going inside Bradford half. Saints in possession and taking it left. John Fieldhouse, Phil Beavers, Paul Farber beats one, straightens up Paul Farber. Andy Platt on his left, but he couldn't release that ball due to the attention of number 15, Heron. But Saints on the attack. Neil Holding with a loop movement. Phil Beavers on to Graham Liptrot over here. Sean Allen, Barry Ledger, dummy, brilliant dummy from Sean Allen, and he goes over in the right-hand corner. It's over here. Sean Allen, Barry Ledger, dummy, brilliant dummy from Sean Allen, and he goes over in the right-hand corner. Well, a brilliant try there. Looked as though he was going to pass inside to Barry Ledger. They all took the dummy, and a brilliant try from Sean Allen in the right-hand corner here. 37 minutes of this game gone, and what a try there. An outrageous dummy from Sean Allen. big grin on his face, he can't believe it. They out took the dummy and he just scooted into the right-hand corner. Well, Sean Allen goes over for his second try of the season. And Saints win a 34 points to 14 lead with another touchline conversion kick for Paul Loughlin. Looks as though it's across the face of the goal. No, must have been marginally just to the left of the left hand upright. So 34 points to 14, Saints in the lead. So Bradford to restart. Godfrey to restart. Doesn't go the required 10 yards. Goes into touch. So it's a penalty kick. Right on the halfway line, on the spot for Saints. Bradford kick off and the ball doesn't go the required 10 yards. So Graham Littrot. Is Paul Loughlin going to have a go for goal? No. He's going to kick for touch. Good kick from Paul Loughlin there. Finds touch just short of the 25. So Saints on the attack again. Only a couple of minutes left in this game. Graham Littrot onto Tony Burke. Straightens up, drives forward. Being brought down by Bond and Heron for Bradford. Littrot now takes it left onto Fieldhouse. The Saints now Neil Holding onto Paul Farber. But somebody on the Bradford side being brought out there. Looks like Mumby. And Saints player there flat out on the ground. I was following the ball, I just didn't catch that. It's Noble and Fleming being spoken to by referee Spencer. Well, one of Bradford players there being booked. Probably Fleming with Captain Noble in attendance. Andy Platt it is. Andy Platt. Gets to his feet, fully recovered now. Saints elect to kick for touch. Obviously going for another try. Well in the lead now. And quick play of the ball there from Saints. So Graham Littrot tacked in half back, bringing the ball right onto John Fieldhouse. Short ball onto Beavers, try on the cards here. Paul Farber steaming in, over to the right of the post. Right on the full 40 minutes there, and Paul Farber going in for another try. I think he scored in the last 3 matches. Well, Paul Farber, his 8th try of the season. 38 points to 14 now. Saints extend their lead. Saints' 7th try of the afternoon. Paul Loughlin, yes, slots it between the sticks. Paul Loughlin's 6th goal of the afternoon, and Saints 40 points to 14 now, well in command. All on full time now. Well into injury time, I make it. Bradford kick-off. Barry Ledger gathers the ball, sees the danger there, tries to chip over, impeded by Bradford, but there's the final hooter. So Saints going in, 40 points to 14 winners, 7 tries from Holding, Elia to Clark, Ledger, Allen and Farber, and 6 Paul Loughlin goals.